Okay, I'm reading from a book named Emotional Freedom. Before I get started, let me get settled. These sheets are all over 4. Let's go on first and come in bed. 1 second, I'm not ready yet. Give me 1 second to get prepared. I gotta finish these sheets first. Sheets everywhere. I think I'll switch in bed. Now let's read that now before starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. When my patient Fred, a nice man with an inferiority complex, started psychotherapy, he couldn't find anything redeeming about himself. At 40, he owned a small computer business that paid his bills, and he volunteered in homeless shelters, but he was his own worst critic. A self-described inept putz, he had a doofus in over his head look plastered on his face. True, he'd done some really dumb things. At 17 on Quaaludes, one of the few times he ever used drugs, he'd held up a convenience store with a water pistol on the dare of a high school buddy, a bungled heist that got him a grand total of $56 and a juvenile prison stint. Most of his life, Fred hadn't quite been on the wavelength of the functioning world. He said, "I'm the type who tries to change a light bulb and ends up blowing out the house's entire electrical system." Of course I got the picture, but I knew I couldn't help Fred by feeding into his intractably denigrating self-image. He was stuck and needed a better biographer. One way I work intuitively is to see other people's dreams, a gorgeous feeling. I may get a Polaroid light flash in my head of what a patient dreamed the previous night, or 30 years ago. Time frame is harder to read than content. Or as someone recounts a dream, I'll receive intuitive flashes, elucidating it. During our first session, Fred bemoaned the missteps of his history while slumped so low in the chair he was becoming one with the fabric. Even so, I kept seeing an image of him flying over vast land masses in his dreams, elated and elegantly airborne. Between Fred saying, "I messed up this," and "I messed up that," I sensed the masterful navigator he could become. Same man, two aspects. I've gotten used to the series of discrepancies between how patients paint themselves and what's hankering to emerge. I shared my intuition with Fred, who sought me out just for his ability. I asked him directly, in an apparent non sequitur, "Have you ever dreamed you can fly?" Fred looked startled, as if my question came out of left field. Intuition may initially seem so because it isn't a linear association. He thought it over, then became lost in gloom. Finally sighing, he said, "Oh, that was ages ago. As a boy, I'd have incredible flying dreams. My dreams were the one place I could escape my dad, who constantly criticized me." Fred was like many children from emotionally difficult or abusive homes who instinctively turn to dreams as a safe haven. Flying is a respite from trauma, also a return to the comfort of our spirit's original form. But as an adult, Fred had forgotten that experience. My function was to jog his memory, make such freedom palpable in his current life. Our sessions became Fred's white school. Through talking and meditations, we resurrected Fred's body experiences of. Okay. Our sessions became Fred's white school. Through talking and meditations, we resurrected Fred's bodily experience of flying, sun-baked sodas, hair tossed in the wind, feeling joyful, confident, strong. I also asked him to request a flying dream before he went to sleep. He said, "I'm game, but you know how I am. I'll probably come up every hand." Oh God, I can't read this sentence. He said, "I'm game, but you know how I am. I'll probably come up empty-handed." Right there.